All right, everyone, welcome back for another episode of Inside the Minecraft Studio. We got a very special guest with us today here. He is the guy with only one eye. Say hello to Torogadude.
Hello, what's up, guys?
All right, well, first things first. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it here. This is gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely, no problem.
So, all right, yeah. Why don't we start off right away? We'll get right into it. Why don't you give us a brief description of your channel and what you do there?
Right, so I'm Torogadude. I run a little gaming channel where I upload just random series of some 2B2T related stuff, but other series that are just like in general gaming videos, fun. Mostly of Minecraft, but I play other games occasionally too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much that. I just started out making funny videos for 2B2T, and then got a lot of attention because of the drama with Rusher. So I was just like, well, I have all these subscribers now, might as well find a way to entertain them, and I just grown as a gaming channel from there.
That's super awesome. So if I remember correctly, you just crossed 5,000 subs this couple weeks ago here, didn't you?
Yeah. It was I think it was exactly a week ago, actually.
Exactly a week ago.
It
Wow,
was last
congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
thank you.
awesome. All right. So yeah, let's talk a bit more about that. So obviously, I know I found out about you through 2B2T there. So how long have you been on that server or playing on that server?
I've been on 2B2T for about just over a year now. So my first anniversary of playing on 2B2T was like what's today, the 27th, 4 days ago.
4 days ago.
Yeah, so I've been playing on there for a year and 4 days. I actually on my Twitter I put up a screenshot of the first time that I joined the server, which is pretty cool because I managed to dig that out of my computer, like even through a hard drive failure that happened in the last year. So that was yeah. So I've just been playing on the server for about a year.
Oh wow, that's a lot of fun there. So has it like, I guess before the Russia invasion came there, was it like a relatively busy server, or was it pretty low key? Like,
It was pretty low key. I have the most people I ever saw online was about 80 people, but
okay.
yeah. So, but it generally hovered around 40 to 60, and so there was never like a huge amount of people online. There wasn't much activity at spawn. If you saw a naked person at spawn, you could consider yourself lucky to kill them because that people really weren't naked at spawn that much. So yeah, the world was also much bigger as well. Like I had a base at about 20,000 blocks out that was never found that I visited in one of my series actually, but it was like, but like 20,000 is like nothing now with the speed hacks and the like all the speed hacks that have come out recently. So that's one of the more interesting changes that I've seen since joining a year ago is how much smaller the world has become with the pioneering of speed hacks.
Yeah, I saw those. Those are they look like they're actually pretty necessary there. Because
Yeah.
I know I saw a couple of videos. I watched a couple of Netta track and fit down there, and
Yeah.
she absolutely had to use them and watch and fit himself. I mean,
Right.
using
Yeah,
those is crazy.
Yeah, that took so long because of Fit being in vanilla. So like running, it probably was like an hour or two or something, like running him all the way back to spawn from like 30,000 blocks out. But like now, or even back then, like with their speed hacks, it would only take like probably like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes or so. And then in the Nether, of course, it's like a minute's walk to get 30,000 blocks out.
Oh wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
So what's the? I mean, I don't want to give away any of your bases or anything like that, but what's the farthest you would say you've been out in any one direction? Just like million blocks or?
Well, I could answer that question two ways, like base wise and as far as I've run. In March, I decided to make my pilgrimage to a million that most of the new players eventually do. So I in vanilla as well, because I didn't use hacked clients until like Rusher came. So in vanilla, I ran to a million blocks in March. It took me, I think, 2 days just running for like 4 to 5 hours at a time, just holding Shift W on my keyboard while like watching random YouTube videos. So
That's nuts.
yeah, it was pretty. It was a lot of dedication to get that far out. But
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. So the farthest I've ever been out is about a million, probably 1,100,000 blocks, because I like went a little farther after that, but then Jake didn't feel like going any farther after that. I'll probably go out farther sometime soon, but a million was pretty cool. There was a really nice structure that someone had made out there at a million south that was cool to visit. But the farthest base out that I've ever made, probably. Well, there was the base that I stayed at like for most of the time of my beginning on the server, which was about 150,000 blocks out.
Okay.
But there are bases that I've stayed in since then with other people that are like 300,000 to 400,000 blocks out. So.
All right.
But I like didn't technically make them all on my own. Like I contributed to them. So I guess you could say the farthest that I've based was like 400,000 blocks.
Okay, very cool. Now, if I remember correctly, I believe you started a project in the end there as well, which was going on very nicely from what I saw.
Yeah, thank you. I am building the Death Star 2 in a live streaming series, sort of like how like Fit was doing his remember Fitlantis.
Yeah.
He did a live stream series out of that, and for like a month he was building that. So I decided to do a similar thing with a monument I'd been wanting to make out in outer space, make the Death Star 2 from Y = 0 to 256. So it's going to be a huge amount of work, but it'll be worth it in the end. It'll be super cool.
Yeah, I mean, just watching you place all those blocks. I mean, I don't even know how many stacks I saw you put down there, but I was watching for like a good hour, and that was.
Yeah, it's probably been about a double chest's worth between the 2 live streams I've done.
Wow, and now did you do all the math beforehand, or are you just kind of winging it?
I did the math for how many pickaxes I would need to bring.
Mm-hmm.
So I Googled the surface area of a sphere that's like has a 128 meter radius. So that would be like the size of what the Death Star is. And like it's not accounting because obviously the Minecraft is blocks.
Yeah.
But the surface area would be about 50,000 square meters. So because of the way a block is placed about every meter or so, it's approximately 50,000 blocks that it would take. So I calculated how many pickaxes I would need, which was only about which would be about, I think, because 1 diamond pickaxe with Unbreaking 3 can break. Oh, someone's dying. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
Can break about 4,000 blocks, so I would need like 11 to 12 pickaxes. So that's and I duped myself much more than that with the dupe recently. So
yeah. Now, has the dupe been patched yet, or?
Well, the server's down right now,
Okay.
and we don't know if the dupe works in 1.11 or not. It most likely will not work anymore since Spigot will have updated, but we can't be sure. So we were just duping as much stuff as we can since Spigot refused to fix it. It was actually interesting. They didn't want to fix it because they didn't feel like putting effort into their 1.10 version anymore since 1.11 had just came out. So House was just kind of screwed waiting for Spigot 1.11 to come out so he could take the server off while he furiously watched everyone dupe constantly for days. So,
oh, that's pretty funny. Now, does Housemaster actually play on the server at all that you know of, or?
He does not play on the server. Mm-hmm. I don't think. This is kind of like getting into conspiracies here, but
yeah,
I don't think he's even like the administrator anymore. But
really?
that's something that like no one can really be sure about. It seems like Rusher or one of his cohorts actually run the server now. They like run it on their own stuff. House, like, I don't know. Again, that's getting into conspiracy stuff. There's evidence towards either direction that it is him or that like he left the server earlier on. There were conspiracies that happened before even Rusher even came about that. So it's hard to be sure. So I probably shouldn't get too deeply into that.
Fair enough. Yeah, I know. Actually, we'll take a real quick little detour here. Right here, Galaxy Dwarf. She's the one who makes all my thumbnails for me, and she's the one who created it for this video here. So,
nice.
Yeah, she's really talented with everything there. But yeah, then
cool.
We got a couple other of the stream regulars that came in here because I forgot to block off the water right away. So
yeah, you showed me the thumbnail before we started doing this, and it looked really good.
Oh yeah, so, it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I really like the art style. She does a good job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she does it all by hand too, so it's pretty nuts. But,
yeah.
All right.
It's great.
So yeah, let's get back to our main guest here. Torogadude, how'd you come up with your name?
My name? Well, so it's kind of a funny story. Probably like 8 years ago, maybe. I wanted to make my first email 8 or 9 years ago, and I didn't know what kind of username to choose for myself. So
yeah.
my mom came up with Toraga, which is like an anagram of a bunch of letters in my name.
Okay.
Like my actual real life name. So Toraga is where that came from, and it was that, and then like so just some random numbers for my actual email that that's just been my regular personal private email that I've used ever since. But somewhere along the line, I think 3 years later, I like was making a username for some website, and it might have been Blender.org, maybe, I'm not sure,
Okay.
but I decided to just throw dude at the end of it for whatever reason, and I took one look at it and like Torogadude as I was typing it in, and I was like, that's kind of flows nicely. I kind of like that as a username, and I've just used it ever since.
Yeah, definitely. No, I really like it. And then follow up to that, how'd you come up with your skin there? Because you got a pretty unique one.
Yeah. Well, I actually, when I first bought my Minecraft account like 5 years ago, I like was sitting in front of paint trying to think of a skin to make, and I forget if this actually happened, but I feel like my first skin that I drew was actually just like like I wanted to draw a skin for myself, not use something, but I thought I used. Yeah, like I feel like I remember drawing myself a suit somewhere along the line and using that for like probably a week or so.
Okay.
But if that never happened, because again, I can't really remember. It was like 5 years ago. But if that never happened, then it was just I sat in front of paint for a couple minutes, tried to think of something unique that no one really did. I was like, well, no one really has only one eye. Everyone, like every single skin in Minecraft has two eyes that I've seen. So I was just like, well, I'll just make it into like a Cyclops and like a really rickety, like, unhealthy, his eyes all messed up, his skin is all ruined, his hair is all torn apart, wearing just this little tunic Cyclops, and I thought it looked hilarious. So I've never edited the skin. Like there's still a bunch of problems with the skin that annoy me when I look at it, but I've never changed it, and I'll never like fix it up a little bit. Like you'll notice like on the end of one part of my tunic, there's like on my legs on like the outside part, there's like a little brown part coming off. Like it's like a random strand of tunic has come off.
Oh,
like
yeah.
isn't connected to the rest of it. Yeah, that's annoyed me ever since I made the skin, but I've never wanted to change it. So
Yeah, I know. It's kind of become part of your identity now, so you kind of know the whole thing.
yeah. So I don't want to ever be able to like have the be able to say that like I ever changed my skin at some point. I don't know. I guess it's just sentimental value, but
Yeah.
I just like to keep the skin forever. So
Oh, that's super cool. So yeah, what else do you play on any other servers on Minecraft here? Because I believe you also started a series with Tavix there. I don't remember
yeah,
what it was, though.
that's a personal server though. We found the map online, and I run it on my private server, and we play together, just the two of us. So I don't really play on any other servers consistently, at least. When I first started playing Minecraft, and I like was joining multiplayer servers, like to see what they were all about after like getting reasonably good at the game in single player. I didn't really know what to do with them because like PvPing I didn't find that fun.
Yeah.
And there was just like and building like it seemed like a huge investment to put on a multiplayer server that could just get reset. So one of the things that I guess for some reason I was drawn to it, but parkour, particularly the parkour servers, I was always really into for some reason.
Okay.
So I played parkour probably for a year and a half when I first started playing Minecraft. Just consistently on multiplayer, and that's how you ended up becoming like so fast and fluid at moving in the game. Even with hacks, like there's a lot of elements of movement that just pretty much stay the same. So I consistently played on parkour servers for like about a year and a half before getting bored with Minecraft and not playing anymore. Pretty much not playing for like 3 years until I discovered 2v2t a year ago, and I was like, holy crap, this is the server that I've been looking for all my life. So I joined it and haven't played anything else since, as far as Minecraft goes.
Oh, that's super awesome. Yeah, I think apart from this one, I don't know, I really don't play on too many other servers either. But no, that's super cool. That's awesome. So let's keep that going here. What's your favorite video game you've ever played?
My favorite video game is 100% Portal 2.
Portal 2? Yeah, I just did a playthrough of that on my channel myself. It's pretty good.
I'll have to watch that. Yeah, it's a great game. I love puzzle/adventure games, and that game just like fit it perfectly in every way. So second favorite, I guess, because like Portal 2 is an easy favorite. It's a lot of people's favorite games, but second favorite, like for a lesser known game, I would have to go with probably The Witness. I think I put like because Portal I put like 15 hours into because it took me like 6 hours to beat it, and then I haven't finished the multiplayer section yet, but I haven't like had a lot of time with people to do it with. But The Witness was like an extremely fun game. I enjoyed every second of that. I put I think 64 hours into it, 100%ing the game because I enjoyed it so much. In a single week, I just played nothing but. I think I even like stopped playing 2v2t just to play that game for like a week straight because I enjoyed it so much.
That's insane. Yeah, I watched a playthrough of that. That game looks super fun. So I forget. Did you say did you stream it or did you make videos for it or?
That was before my YouTubing time, so it was just for my own.
All right.
And
so,
yeah, it was amazing. I loved it.
So how long have you been doing YouTube then?
Since I think since the beginning of July, I've uploaded my first video, which was just like how to bed trap people because I was using that for the server. Um, and from there I was like, well, the career that I'm going into, like in real life, is like regarding video making, and I might as well have like practice working with softwares and animating and like making at least like an appealing kind of video. So I started to make videos about 2B2T just to be funny, just for fun, for practice editing and stuff. And I made I think like 8 or 9 videos like that before like the drama happened with Russia and I actually became well known. But I never had more than like 100 subscribers because it was just for fun, like to just show other people and have them laugh. So.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Like, honestly, I love, like, you have a really good voice for making videos, too. It's just very, it's rich, so it works out very well for you.
Thank you.
So, all right, yeah, let's keep talking about your videos here. I know in your live stream there's some absolutely incredible piano music playing. So.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do music as a hobby. So I played piano for almost 6 years. And I'm completely self-taught, so like I can't read music at all. It was just like my own observation of like music theory and other songs and stuff, and I was just playing by ear pretty much. And I eventually, like from teaching myself other songs, I eventually was able to learn how to like structure songs in the first place, and thus compose music myself. So
wow. That's really cool because like I mean I took 9 years of piano when I was younger, but you know going to high school and college I stopped playing for a little bit and then had to kind of go back to that, so it's all muscle memory at this point.
Yeah, I just enjoyed, like, I never wanted to make a career out of it, so I didn't care about really learning music or really learning how to read music or anything. It was just a matter of I enjoyed composing music. I enjoyed sitting down and playing on a piano for a few hours, so I just like eventually got good at it and have been composing music for my channel because you know when you do something like this and you compose music, your family always, like your family and friends always say it's good no matter what. Like they never say that your music is that's like something that's typical of all families. Like they'll always be proud of you for what you make regardless of how good or bad it is.
Yeah.
So so making it for YouTube is kind of gratifying because having people like enjoy my music and actually listen to it and tell me that it's good, like complete strangers on the internet, is something that I've actually really particularly enjoyed, more so among other things on my channel. Because like I said, it's just gratifying to be able to compose music and have more people than just, you know, your parents and your family and friends tell you that it's good. So maybe that's a bit of an egotistical thing to say, but it's definitely nice.
Well, it's very true though. It really is. You know, it's definitely nice to get an outsider's opinion. I mean, because like a lot of people on the internet, they're gonna tell you the truth because they don't owe you anything. So
right.
No, that's super cool. So do you play any other instruments or?
I used to play, the first instrument that I played was probably when I was in like 2nd or 3rd grade, and that was the recorder, which is like a little like wooden flute. Yeah, I really loved that thing. I played it. I ended up learning to play it pretty well until I like left it out once, and my dog chewed it up and destroyed it, and I haven't played recorder since then. So yeah, a few years later, my mom tried to get me to play clarinet, but I hated clarinet, and so that kind of discouraged me from doing more music. And then 6 years ago when I started, it was my birthday, and I asked for a Lego Death Star 2 because I was really into building with Legos at the time, and because Legos are like, you know, all ages. It's an amazing, Legos are awesome, but it has kind of the same appeal of Minecraft. But I wanted the Death Star 2 like model with like 4,000 pieces or so. My mom was like, well, you could build that in like a couple of days and it'll sit up on your shelf like all your other models do. Or you do something that like will benefit you forever. Like you'll always enjoy doing it. Something like playing music, like get you like an electric keyboard or something like that. And it was like in that moment I was like, you know, I guess she's right. I'll get an electric piano because why not? And I was like, you know, yeah, sure, Mom, I'll get the piano. And she got it for me that day, and I played it ever since. It was I 100% thank my mom for my musicianship because it was probably one of the least regrettable decisions I've made.
Fair enough.
I really enjoyed it. So.
Oh, that's awesome. That is super cool. Yeah, let's see here. Let's follow that up. So, what's been your favorite Minecraft moment that you've ever experienced? That was kind of big, but
favorite Minecraft moment that I've ever experienced in. I probably. I'd probably have to go with something in 2B2T because like there were some, like when I first started playing Minecraft, like moments from back then, but I can't really remember them. And if I were to think about them, then they probably wouldn't be as good as anything I've done in 2v2t. But probably I really have to think about that. Maybe I'll have an answer by the end of the interview because I really can't think of one. There's a lot of amazing things that I've done and have happened to me in 2v2t that I could say, but I can't really think of anything right now.
No, that's fair enough. I know it's kind of a big question to be put on the spot there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like for example, I mean, when Fitcard and I, we had a LAN world that we played on since we all lived together in college there. So I think, for example, one of my favorite things is we'd always Fit and I were always the builders, and Carter's the one who'd go out there and get lost. So what we do almost every other night is, or I guess the morning after a long night, we just go out there and try to find Carter. So that's kind of what we did. That was always one of my favorite things there.
Right.
So let's see, what's your least favorite moment, or do you have a kind of along the same lines, something that you just absolutely couldn't stand, or something that you couldn't believe happened in Minecraft, like a big project got griefed, or?
Griefing, I've never really had my stuff getting griefed on the server, I've never had a problem with because it's 2v2t.
Yeah.
But probably the end of April, I was I just had most of my friends had on the server had not really been playing anymore. I was starting to get bored with the server, wasn't really doing anything. And I was going to spawn, I think, for some reason, because I was waiting to deliver some mending books to Taylor because he'd wanted them and he was going to give me emeralds or something in exchange. And it was just just a little thing we were doing for whatever reason. But I was heading back to spawn and some guy started to fight me. And I was only in one set of protection 4, and the server had consistently 20 TPS back then. So he kind of destroyed me in that moment. And I was like, oh, now I lost all of these mending books for Taylor, and I lost all of this armor that I've been working on, and I lost my bow and my sword and everything that I also lost. I was writing a journal or a sort of book at the time, and I was really distraught because I'd been recording stuff in that since February. So it was 3 months of storytelling that I'd been writing was lost as well. And I was just I was really disheartened after that. And it was I'm not really doing anything in the server anyway. So I'll just, there's nothing that's happening. So why keep playing? So I just kind of left the server for about a month until Rusher came back. And I was like, oh, something interesting is happening. I want to be part of this. So, and yeah, I came back, made a bunch of new friends and stuff. And that's been that.
Oh, that's super cool. So are you part of any of the different factions or different groups on 2b2t or?
I am mostly a solo player. I associate with them just for fun, just to do stuff. But I wouldn't say that I'm a part of the Fourth Reich or a part of anything really. The only thing that I mostly associate with would be the Fourth Reich, and I don't really. I wouldn't say I'm a part of them. So.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, and let's see here. So let's go back to the music there. Do you have a favorite band or favorite artist that you listen to, or what's your main
favorite artist? Is probably Pentatonics.
Oh, solid choice.
I love all of their music, or most of their music. Some of their recent music hasn't been extremely good in my opinion, but a lot of their older music and the God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen that came out a few days ago was all amazing. I love their songs, and them and Two Cellos. I like a lot of classical music / a cappella style. Pentatonics' kind of music is mostly what I like. So. Two Cellos falls into that a lot, and they're another great band / YouTube channel as well. So those two are probably my favorite.
Oh yeah, that's so cool. I've actually heard Two Cellos a couple times, and they were definitely really good there.
I used to use their music in my videos when I didn't care about getting silence for copyright or whatever in certain countries. So a couple of the older videos on my channel have Two Cellos music in it, and they're really good.
All right, are they? I forget what it's called, a Creative Commons license where you can use it, or do you have to give them a description, or do they monetize your videos?
I am allowed to use their music, but I can't. It's not viewable in 2 countries, one of which is Germany, which is probably where a quarter of most Minecraft viewers come from. Germany, and you can't monetize with them. So. Okay.
Fair enough. All right, let's cross those questions off the checklist there. All right. So yeah, at this time, if you're in the chat here. If you have any questions you wanted to ask Torogadude, feel free to start putting them in there, and I'll start reading them off as we're talking here.
Sure. I'm watching the live stream myself.
I know, it's kind of funny. We have quite a few loyal people in chat here, and it's been growing. So it definitely gets interesting at the time.
Yeah, it's definitely cool.
One. But all right, so yeah, I think you're also doing a Tomb Raider playthrough on your channel. Is that correct? Or
Yes, I am. That series doesn't get a huge amount of love just because it's not Minecraft. It's an older game. I can't imagine a lot of people find it super interesting, but it was a game made in like 1996. It was actually one of the games that I grew up with, so I really enjoyed that as a kid, and I was like, well, I feel like doing another series on YouTube that I can fit in, so I'll just do that at the same time as well. So I decided to do that.
All right. And then what are your goals for your channel? I mean, I guess like kind of like every Minecraft, or I guess every YouTuber, kind of grow, but I mean, did you have a certain amount of subs you were going to get to, or how long do you plan to do it really?
Just until, I guess, until it gets too much in the way of my personal life that I can't do it anymore, but I can't imagine that happening anytime soon. I guess I don't really have a subscriber goal before I would stop, so to speak. Like, I'll just keep making videos, and it would be nice to get bigger and get popular, but I enjoy doing this, so I'll just keep making videos and stuff for as long as I can, really.
All right, yeah. Definitely, I know it's kind of fun, but like once it gets kind of in the way of the personal life, that's when you kind of have to really set your priorities there.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's see here. We got a question here from one of the people who shows up in my chat a lot. Weird guy. What's the shittiest way to die in 2B2T?
Oh, probably just maybe. Okay, so I would have to go with so towards the beginning of the 4th incursion, I think they built a giant platform over the top of spawn. So because Minecraft automatically spawns you at the highest Y point, so people would spawn up there and like literally have no choice but to jump off and kill themselves. So back when the platform was more intact, people would just keep respawning up there and keep like having nothing to do but like jump down and hope they could find some water somewhere. So yeah, that would probably be the crappiest way to die. Is you join the server, you spawn at the top of this giant platform, and you just have nothing to do but just jump off and kill yourself and hope you spawn somewhere else.
Oh wow, yeah, like watching a couple of the spawn videos there, just having different people patrolling and what they've been trying to do there to stop new people from coming is pretty nuts. But
yeah,
speaking of
there are a lot of clever things.
Oh, go ahead.
I said there were a lot of clever things like that.
Yeah. What's your do you have a favorite thing you've seen at spawn, like favorite way to kill new people?
I like my Bane of New Friends axe. I like to kill people with that. So it's just like a new person was killed with the Bane of New Friends. And also, also shooting people with meme arrows is fun. My bow.
Oh, that's pretty great. All right, and let's see here. There's another one. How do you feel about Agent GB hopping in there? I believe you just released a video like 21 minutes. I think it was before this. I did.
Just to summarize that, I feel that I don't think he's going to come back because it was clearly just a standalone video. I don't think he'll be making more videos on it. I think it's unlikely. But in the event that he does, I feel like a lot of people would be discouraged because since the video came out, 2B2T's been down literally the whole time since it came out. So the people who do want to join, I feel like they'll be scared away by thinking it just doesn't exist anymore or something. I don't think they'll be persistent about continuing to join unless Agent GB continues to make videos. But if he does, then I imagine obviously a bunch of new French people would join. And I talked about it, and I'm actually getting a lot of flack from people in the 5th incursion messaging me. But in the video, I talked about the 5th incursion because when I was in it before they kicked me out, since I wasn't really doing anything, it didn't seem like anything was really being done but fight people that spawn just because everyone had duped gear. So I mentioned that in my video, and I was like, "There's nothing that the incursion's really doing. Like they said they would do some stuff, but I don't think they're really doing anything." So I'm even getting messages during this live stream of them being angry at me. But but I think it'll be like the infrastructure in place for like the hierarchy of the incursion will be good to have now, because if Agent GB joins and a bunch of French people do join and there's a bunch of new players to actually kill and try to trap with all the traps that they were planning, that the 5th incursion would actually be a pretty good thing to have going. So it's going to be, that's something that I think will be pretty cool in the coming weeks. So
awesome. So let's see. All right. Continuing with the whole YouTube talk here. What do you? Who's your favorite YouTuber to watch? Do you mainly, or I guess, do you watch a lot of YouTubers or? I
do. The YouTuber that I most consistently watch is Game Grumps. I actually try to model after them with my channel because they're really funny. Their videos are like consistent and well done. They have like and like a nice short intro that's not intrusive. Like a lot of the smaller YouTubers that I see have really long intros with like bad music that plays with them that I feel like gets annoying watching them every single video. So I just tried to make like a short little video that's just like, you know, just a splat of my name before it goes out of the way. It's only like 2 seconds long. But yeah, Game Grumps, I really enjoy watching. I love their channel. So
What kind of videos do they make? Are they a gaming channel or?
yeah, it's just general gaming videos.
Oh, very neat. Very neat.
Yeah. So I just modeled mine after them.
All right, and then do you watch any? Or I guess let me transfer it this way. Who's your favorite person to see on 2B2T? Do you have any specific player that?
To see on 2B2T?
Or like anyone that every time you run into him, it's just super funny or anything like that?
Jared 2013 is always fun to run into, but I don't think he particularly likes me. We've always had like kind of a rivalry going in the server, but Sun Wukong and Henry are like some of my better friends on the server. They're always cool to hang out with and do stuff with. Jack the Rip is cool. Fit is obviously fun to hang out with. Just you know, just some of the older players like that. Autopia used to be cool, but you know all the drama that's been happening with him lately. So.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about that. Not haven't really gone into it too much, just because I don't play on the server, so I don't know too much about the drama there. I just know a couple names there, but. So yeah, how did you feel about our UHC series that we did?
Oh, I loved it. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm sad that creeper snuck up on me. But spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen that episode yet. But a creeper snuck up on me and killed me. But other than that, like it was a lot of fun. I really thought we were gonna win because we were doing so good. But it's just classic creeper sneaks up on you and blows you up, and that was it. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I was watching that video, and the minute I saw that, I was like, "No, Torogadude."
Yeah. Someone even mentioned that the echo of me screaming crap when I saw the creeper in the corner of my vision, tried to sprint away before he blew up, but there was like a really resounding echo in my room when that happened. It was pretty funny. It was dramatic. So.
Yeah, it definitely added to the suspense of the moment. Or just like, I guess, because it's one of those things, like, I guess when I died, you could see the baby zombie running over to me, and like, everyone knew what happened. Everyone knew. And then, yeah, yours just kind of came out of nowhere there. But, oh yeah, that was fun. I definitely plan to do it again. I mean, I'm assuming you'd be absolutely in there as well.
Yeah, totally. I'm just waiting for the series to end on other people's channels so that we can do it again. Like, whenever everyone can do it again, I think Dr. Zombie sets it up, so whenever he can get everything ready, I'm totally down to do it again. It's so much fun.
Awesome. All right, here. So yeah, let's get some more questions from chat here. Oh, what's the coolest thing you ever saw built on 2B2T?
Coolest thing I ever saw built, probably just, and it's super close to spawn and everyone's seen it, but probably just Wrath, because it's so much obsidian, so much time, so much, so much dedication put into that. I haven't really seen a lot of the further out bases, but particularly Wrath is always cool to visit and see at spawn, even though it's mostly been destroyed now.
Yeah, I know spawn kind of looks just like an absolute, like a hot mess last time I saw it there in one of the videos, but...
Yeah.
All right.
There was actually another base that I saw in one of my live streams of just exploring spawn. There was like this really, really big underground base that was hidden like within 10,000 blocks of spawn, and it was super, super cool. So that was also pretty great.
Oh, let's see, my chat's going crazy with a bunch of questions. I do have Torogadude's link to his YouTube channel down the video's description there, so make sure you guys check out his channel. Like, it's absolutely awesome. I mean, I'm in the live streams quite a bit, and definitely watch most of the videos there. But let's see. All right. Was there anything you wanted to change for the next UHC video we do?
Not really. I thought it was perfect. Other than like randomizing teams, like we were suggesting, I feel like it was perfectly done.
Yeah, no, I definitely had a lot of fun with it. I mean, just getting out there. I don't know. I'm not a big survival person because like whenever I try to do a survival world, I always get super distracted and just end up building. And I think I've tried to start like 3 or 4 survival series on my channel, and they don't end they end after an episode, and just nothing ever goes there. But all right, let's see. Nope, we're not getting into politics, chat. All right, we already covered the basey build here. All right, they want to know. Oh, I forgot to link your Twitter. I'll link his Twitter down in the description after the video uploads. So I'll definitely add that in there. Do you have any other social media platforms that you're on?
No.
That they should follow you? Just Twitter.
Nope, just Twitter. Someone actually, Fit told me like a couple days ago someone made a fake Instagram account for me and followed him. So he was like, someone made a fake Torogadude account for you, and I was looking at it, really weird. Had like 4 posts, and they like it was actually that account had 4 followers on it, and each of the first follower had like 12,000 followers. The second one had like 4,000. The third one had like 700, and then the fourth had like 400. They all had a ridiculous amount of followers. It was really weird that this random channel for myself had that many people. But yeah, it's just someone just made a fake Instagram account. So I don't have an Instagram. I won't be making one. I just have Twitter and YouTube. I also have a Discord server where you guys can join to come chat with me. So that's in the description of all my videos, and I'm sure Shryak will put it in this one as well.
Absolutely.
If he wants to. I mean, I don't want to hold him to it.
Oh no, I definitely will. Yeah, anything. We'll definitely get all the links down in the description after the video uploads here. Let's see, what's the next one? What's your favorite type of food?
My favorite type of food? Steak. I love steak.
Good man. Good man.
Yes. I love a nice medium rare. And a lot of people like, I feel like a lot of people like it more dumb than that, but I like a medium rare steak.
Yeah, the medium rare steak. That's the way to go. That's personally my favorite way to have steak as well.
Yeah.
All right, and a question from Silver Snake. What is the best achievement you've achieved in your life so far? Or what are you most proud of?
In my whole life?
Your whole life.
Oh, crap. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's a tough question.
Yeah. Probably, I don't know. The thing that I would be most proud of probably would be like getting a bit personal enough to dox me, but there was whatever, I'll just be vague about it. There was a game design competition of like one of the things that I used to do was like 3D art and stuff and game design. And I'm still in 3D art now, but I primarily want to be a character animator. And that's actually what I'm in college for right now. But when I was back designing games in Blender, I entered a game design competition with like 2,000 contestants that I won. Like won straight up first place in the country for.
Wow.
So yeah, that was probably my proudest moment of my life. But I obviously like won't be describing what it was or anything. So
yeah, that's definitely understandable.
Yeah, it was pretty great. So.
All right, and then we'll do a couple more here, and then we'll get to the end questionnaire. What's your favorite movie, or do you have a favorite movie or series?
Favorite movie is Interstellar. So definitely.
Yeah, I can't say I've seen it. I might have to look it up though, because a good friend of mine definitely loves that movie. So.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. Had some amazing music that's fun to play on the piano. Yeah, it was just all around really good. Enjoyed it.
All right, and let's see. One from Chicken Master. Would you delete your YouTube channel for $1 million?
Yes, definitely. $1 million would be good for canceling my college debt. Right. And then the rest of it would be great, just to have. So, I mean, I guess I can always make a new YouTube channel, but I'm sure that would be thought of by whatever genie would be giving me $1 million. So yeah, sorry everyone, but if someone offered me $1 million, that would be. I mean, I get you can't blame me, okay? Don't be mad at me.
Oh, absolutely not. Because I'd quit my YouTube channel in a heartbeat for $1 million.
Yeah.
All right. Question from my mod Caitlin here, who she basically runs this channel. I'm just here. I'm the face of the channel, or the voice, I guess. What's your favorite song to play on the piano?
Favorite song to play? Probably. A couple of movie songs that I really like to play, like Pirates of the Caribbean is fun to play. Yeah, that's a very fun song. I actually annoyed a lot of people in high school and for playing that all the time. It was kind of a joke with me and the other piano players, like being good at Pirates of the Caribbean and playing that song a lot. So it made some of the teachers mad. It was funny, but Pirates of the Caribbean is fun to play. A lot of movie songs are really fun to play. My own song that I composed, the Marble Collector Medley, which is actually the name of that game, or a different game that I made, but that you can find that on my SoundCloud and various places on my channel. But that song is extremely fun to play. It's like a 6 minute I guess just like a compilation of a bunch of songs that I used in this game. It was really, really fun to play. So that's probably my favorite song.
Yeah, you'll definitely have to give me your SoundCloud link as well. So we'll need the Twitter, SoundCloud, and your Discord link, and we'll put those all in the video so people can get in touch with you and really check out your stuff.
Sure.
All right, and then we'll do let's do two more questions here. All right, how did you first meet Fit, or like what was your first experience with Fit?
I hadn't really talked with him before, like the fourth incursion, so it was just, it was like I'd seen him around chat and stuff, and seen him around the server, but never really like interacted with him. Um, and then like he's probably around 10,000 subscribers. I was helping with the water cube, and Fit just walked up there to help with us a little bit, and it was just like, oh hey Fit, what's up? And we kind of got along relatively well, but we I guess started to become like better like friends and stuff in the server towards the end of the incursion. And definitely when he made the video supporting me about Russia removing me from the queue, that was definitely a big part of getting to know each other. So
Yeah, that's actually another question here. How'd you feel when Russia banned you? So yeah.
yeah, that was hilarious. I didn't, you know what? That could probably be the answer to my best moment in Minecraft, was logging on to 2b2t and seeing that I was position 464 in the queue. I actually, like, I saw that. I was like, oh, it must be some bug. Rejoined. So remembered the video that I made about Russia the previous day, and just like I burst out laughing. It was hilarious. It was one of the funniest things that I've ever felt, and like immediately got to work making that video calling him out, because it was like, holy crap, I can't believe Russia actually did this. Because it wasn't like I was sad that I didn't have the server anymore, or anything like that. Like I could probably live without 2b2t, but it was actually like it was the funniest thing, because I knew he had just dug himself into a deep hole. Like he wasn't gonna, it was gonna be hard for him to defend himself after that. And I talked to Fit, and Fit was totally on board with getting me noticed about that, because Russia has no right to abuse his power like that. So
Absolutely.
it was just like I saw everything unfolding perfectly before me. And it was just it was a beautiful, beautiful moment. So
Oh, that's
yeah.
lovely. Oh, that's kind of a nice way to link it back.
That's how I felt about being removed. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. All right, so yeah, we've been streaming here for about 45 minutes. Been doing a live interview. So again, thank you so much. We'll just get going with this end questionnaire here, and then yeah, we'll call it an interview. How's it sound?
Sure. Sounds good to me. I didn't even feel like 45 minutes, so it's definitely good to me.
Yeah, I know, right? It goes so quickly. So, all right, this is I kind of modeled this series after a show called Inside the Actors Studio, where James Lipton would go around and he'd interview a bunch of famous actors, you know, how they got to the position, kind of what we just did here. So
Right.
he always would end the series with a questionnaire from one of his favorite people. I believe is another famous interviewer, and his name is oh gosh, I can never say this, Bernard Pivot. So he had these questions here that he'd always ask. So we'll just run Torogadude through these here. So
Sure.
Torogadude, what is your favorite word?
My favorite word, and that's like something that's like really on the spot for, that's hard to think about. But I would probably have to go with probably interrobang. That word is fun to say, but that's a little symbol that's like a combination of the exclamation point and question mark that people have like tried to I feel like authors and like grammar people in general like wants to get that word I guess like the symbol used more, and it's a funny thing to me, I guess. I do a little writing as well. People on the 2b2t subreddit have seen me like write random short stories for it just for fun, and yeah, as a writer, that's something that's been funny to me.
Fair enough. And then what's your least favorite word?
Least favorite word, perhaps. I was about to be corny and say Russia, but if I had to answer seriously, for some reason the word vocabulary is the first word that pops into mind, and maybe perhaps that's because of maybe not bad experiences, but just annoying experiences with vocabulary in school, all throughout school. So I don't know why that's the first thing that pops into my mind, but perhaps it would be that. That's something that I'd have to think about more, though.
Oh no, that's fair enough. I know these questions are not exactly something you can come up with like the perfect answer on the spot.
Yeah.
So, all right, and let's see. What turns you on, like creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Well, a lot of times when I hear a really good song for the first time, that like I said, I really like Pentatonics. They just released a song a few days ago, "God Rest You Merry Gentlemen," and that was like their first work that I've really liked in a long time, because like their music lately has been like a different style that I haven't really enjoyed anymore. But that song, I encourage you guys to go listen to it because it's super super good. But that song I like really is one of, like, I guess inspired me. Like I immediately went and tried to figure out how to play it on the piano. I've been like humming it and singing it to myself since. It's just music is definitely one of the things. When I hear a really good song for the first time, I definitely it inspires me to write more of my own music, to try to learn how to play that, to like sing and hum it and stuff, and to just, I don't know, that's definitely one of the things. Perhaps in Minecraft it's different because for me it's hard to be inspired and to think of something original, but music definitely is something that inspires me creatively a lot.
Wow, that's super cool. And then along the same lines, what turns you off creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
It's a weird question. Like what would scare me away from trying to be creative? I'm not sure. Perhaps well, no, not even that, because like negative feedback doesn't bother me at all, because it's like, you know, I'm on YouTube. People are gonna not like what I do occasionally. That's actually, I said I like the Game Grumps earlier, but that's something they always say is like they don't like to read comments because of mean things. But it's like, I mean, just grow a backbone. You know you're good. You know most of your people like you. So like, why not? Why just be bothered by it? So I wouldn't say that negative feedback. Perhaps a large amount of negative feedback discourages me from doing stuff, because like if I made my Tyrona's pop-up video and no one liked it, then I never would have sang on my channel again. But but like a lot of people like that, so I'll be doing like I'm going to be doing Christmas covers of like Christmas songs for on my channel soon. So cool. For like the 5 days leading up to Christmas, I actually got a bunch of people on the subreddit to help me write lyrics for. So we're going to do like the 12 days of 2B2T, which would be pretty funny. But
we'll have to definitely keep an eye out for that, because that's going to be hilarious.
Yeah, definitely. I'm aiming for December 20th for that. Okay. But so probably just a large amount of people disliking something I do at once. Like individual people, it doesn't really bother me, but like if I get a significant number of dislikes or comments that are rude or saying that they don't like what I do or something like that, then that's something that'll definitely discourage me from doing something like that again. So, and I'm sure that goes for anyone. Like if people don't like something that you do, then I guess you would be discouraged from doing it anymore. So that aspect of creativity would scare someone off from doing something, myself included.
All right. And then what sound or noise do you love?
Sound or noise? The first thing that pops into my mind is like when wires, you know when a really tight wire like snaps and it makes that really like weird unearthly like a metal wire, like a thick metal wire, when it's really tight and it snaps and it makes like a warping kind of like bendy sound. It's really difficult to describe, but for some reason
I know exactly what you mean. It kind of like reverberates a little bit, and
I love that sound for some reason.
All right, now along the same lines, what sound or noise do you hate?
Do I hate? I don't really I really hate a lot of sounds, because I think that sound design in general is a cool thing. Mm-hmm. So even if something is really grating or terrible, it's cool just by default, because it was like designed to be that way. So so I can't really have, I mean, I guess outside of sound design in general, but I can't really think of anything that I wouldn't like.
All right. No, that's perfectly fine. I mean, that's very true. Working with sound design, you definitely have an appreciation for every kind of sound out there.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm not even like huge into sound design, but it's something that like in another world where I wasn't into what I am now, sound design is something that I would like to do. I try to put effort into sound effects and stuff on my channel and making stuff sound properly, especially doing music. So that's something that I try to do right. So it's definitely something that I find really cool, but also wouldn't do professionally. So yeah.
Fair enough. I guess it kind of leads into the next question. What profession other than yours would you like to try, or you'd like to attempt?
Ooh. Well, like I said, I want to be a character animator, but I can't really. Perhaps, because again, it's like the couple of things that I definitely want to do. Perhaps sound design would be the one, because like I would want to be a game designer or an animator or model props for games and stuff. But exclusive from those things and the graphic arts industry particularly, probably would just be sound design. because sound design again is super cool. There's a lot of cool stuff that people figure out how to do that I can't begin to understand right now. That like if I had time for it and like we're passionate about it, I'd love to look into. So I'd probably go with sound engineering / sound design.
Okay. And then what profession would you not like to attempt?
I mean, I guess like any just like default basic job, like I don't know, like manager of like a fast food store or something. That's just something that's like basically you wouldn't want to do something like that. So for some reason that's what pops into my head first. But I imagine there's a lot of jobs that I wouldn't really enjoy doing, like desk jobs, not at all, stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. No, yeah, that makes sense. And then this will bring us to our last question of the interview here. Torogadude, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Ooh. Interesting question.
Right?
Yeah, definitely. Perhaps I don't know, because like I could have answered this like with a joke or answer it seriously, but like I am a Christian.
Yeah.
But so I guess seriously would just I can't even imagine like something like that, like what I would want to hear, but again I guess so, yeah. So I can't really have a serious answer for that, but as a joke I guess, wow, I can't even think of a joke for that. That's just I don't know. It's a weird question. I guess like the way I answered it gives enough of an answer in the first place, but
yeah, it definitely does.
But I don't know. That's something that I feel like I'll keep thinking about beyond this interview because
Fair enough. Yeah. No, yeah, I mean I know when I asked Fit that question, I think his response was how, and that was it.
Because he was in heaven. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
But perfect. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out. I mean, it's been an absolute pleasure hanging here. I mean, we've been going for just about 54 minutes here with Torogadude. So,
Woo-hoo.
Big shout out to Torogadude. Check out all his stuff. I'll put all the links in the channel there. His SoundCloud, Twitter, Discord, and his YouTube channel. Check him out. I mean, I'm in the live streams quite frequently, and I enjoy him. So I know everyone who's watching this video will absolutely enjoy him. But
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
This is Torogadude.
This is me.
All right, we'll stop stream here.